Look, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I don't care that you hurt your elbow. And Riftbound is the best TCG game right now. It's better than Pokemon, it's better than One Piece, and it's better than Magic. And right now, I know it's very tough to get your hands on Riftbound products, especially for MSRP. It feels like they're really off the shelves. Us English speaking folks, we gotta wait a little bit for reprints, and we also gotta wait for Spirit Forge, which is coming out in February of 2026, the second set. But I'm really speaking from my own personal opinion and my experience of someone that is still kind of new to TCG. I played Pokemon, I played a little bit of One Piece, and I am not touching Magic the Gathering. I am not. The thing that draws me to Riftbound compared to these other card games is the fact that it's still new. It just dropped at the end of October, and I love the idea of being in something that's still fresh and that I can learn along the way as it evolves. I think if you're thinking about playing Riftbound, now is the best time because the game is still new, the community is new, and people are still learning. I know it comes from Riot, but the people that play TCG games are a different type of people compared to the people that play League of Legends, the computer game. What I really enjoy about this game is that it's multi-layered in the sense that you don't just go head on against someone, you gotta go from your base to a battlefield, and that mechanic really spices it up. The game kind of feels like a mixture of different TCG games combined. Obviously, you have One Piece, there's the influences of Magic, and I don't know if people know about this other game called Marvel Smash Up, where it kind of draws inspiration from the battlefield and things that you have to conquer to get points. But I feel like when you play this game compared to something like Pokemon, you got to put more thought into it and you're not just going for the same strategy over and over again. I feel like there's a different variety of strategies that you can do in a single game, and you might even have to switch halfway through. Like, you can't just turn off your brain and expect to win. Also, the fact that this card game is made by Riot, they're a very wealthy company. You know how much money they have? You know how much their brand evaluation is? It's this much money. That's a lot of monies. And I think if Riot ever wanted to sponsor me and give me free things and free cards, I think that would be a great idea, and it's definitely not off topic. And as someone that's fairly new to playing card games, I hear a lot of conversations about how the community is very smelly. They don't wear deodorant. They try super hard with their meta decks. And I'm here to confirm that that's all true. So far, I've been to 3 local tournaments where it's just very casual. It's still very true that you're going to get a variety. You're going to get bits and pieces of someone smelling, someone just playing like really weird, and someone trying super hard that you just end the game in like 5 minutes. This actually made me think of an idea that I will pitch to some LGS stores where, let's say if you have smelly players, start selling deodorant. And I know people probably had that idea before, but I have a better idea other than that. Because if you want to think about making profit and keep your business in good health with profit, take a bottle of deodorant spray, Dove deodorant spray, and sell one spray $1 for each armpit. You're going to make your money back and more. And your store won't smell like ass. But I won't lie, playing in these casual tournaments, I've played against a lot of very nice people that helped me learn the game better, that were willing to give me some cards that I needed for my deck that I'm playing. And so there are really nice people out there. And then there's just people that really are strange to me. Like, I played this one guy who didn't have a playmat, and the way he was channeling his runes were so disorganized, it was giving me so much anxiety. I still beat him though. And as someone that has played League of Legends in the past and stopped playing because I cry every time someone tells me to delete the game and kill myself, I'm getting a lot of nostalgia playing the card game and looking at the characters, the champions, the units, the spells as well. Playing the card game also made me want to continue watching Arcane. I stopped somewhere near the end of season 1. Riot is doing a great job with this card game, and they know what they're doing. They're kind of hypnotizing us. I truly feel that they're building a whole world around this whole brand of League of Legends with Arcane and the card game as well. Their branding and marketing team, I feel like they're starting super small so that they can scale bigger and bigger. And I think instead of trying to go all out, they started small, and that's a good thing in order so that they can control how the game works, so that they make sure that it's player first, collectability second. I do agree that they need to print more cards, especially if they want to keep their players happy, because a lot of these decks, especially if you're building your own deck, can get very pricey, because a lot of the decks that I'm seeing, they include certain cards that are just a bit more premium than a regular pre-con deck. I'm also looking forward to seeing them release more legends, more cards. They're coming out with something called equipment that I think is really going to change the meta of the game and how you're going to play it and how you're going to approach it. And just like I said in the beginning of this video, the fact that we're at the beginning stages of this game, of it being released, it's exciting to see it evolve later down the road. I'm also just waiting for them to release Fizz as a champion legend so that I can start playing him and maining him as my main deck. And if you're wondering, I did get my nickname Fizz before League of Legends, so not during, all right? I was Fizz before Fizz. And all that to say, I do think Riftbound is the most exciting TCG game right now because of that, because of the fact that we can see its potential of getting bigger and bigger. We're getting regionals soon, and that's super exciting. But I think Riftbound is the best card game right now. If not, it's the most exciting. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree. I really want to know what you guys think. And that's going to be all for this video. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.